Fishin Affliction. Hello.
It's time to wet a line. It's Fishin Affliction time. For those who got it bad.
Well, mom and dad's grabbed the kids. It's time for the fishing show. Me and the big dog's gonna go catch them down at the fishing hole. Well, you better stick around, cause you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that Fishin Affliction. Grab your hats, grab your baits, don't forget your poles. We're gonna fire up that old Ranger boat and head to the fishing hole. We're gonna try to catch a biggin', yeah, that's what we're wishing. Cause me and the big dog's got that Fishin Affliction. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that Fishin Affliction. Yeah. Yeah, and we've got it bad.
I've got that Fishin Affliction.
Hey, I'm Ot Defo, and I've got that Fishin Affliction.
Hi, I'm Denny Brower, and I've got that Fishin Affliction.
Hey, I'm Mark Menendez, and I've got that Fishin Affliction.
I'm Bobby Lane, and I got that Fishin Affliction. Hi, I'm Chris Lane, and I got that Fishin Affliction.
I'm Shaw Grigsby, and I got that Fishin Affliction.
Just like me. Here, fishy, fishy here, fishy, fishy here.
Look at this bad boy. Look at this fish, man. Is that a pig or what, boy? Look at that thing, boy.
Well, folks, it's time to wet a line because it's Fishin Affliction time, and welcome into today's episode as we feature the best of Season 16 of Fishin Affliction TV. A whole bunch of fishing, a whole bunch of laughing, and a whole bunch of fun. And a little later on in this episode, you'll meet the newest inductees into our Sportsman's Hall of Honor. Can't get enough Fishin Affliction TV? Then be sure to subscribe to us there at our YouTube channels, and make sure that you like us there at our popular Facebook page. And at the end of the show, you'll meet the Fishin Affliction Facebook Friend of the Week. So sit back and enjoy the best of Season 16 of Fishin Affliction TV. Well, on last week's episode, the guys were enjoying some outstanding fishing action, catching some big old largemouths as they were fishing Guntersville the Great. And Pat had that magic touch using that Strike King Sexy Dog.
That's a good one.
That's how we start our morning off on Guntersville.
Yeah, buddy. That's the way to start a morning off.
Nice 6-pound fish to start our day.
Oh, yeah, that's a solid fish. Well, the rain is slowing down a little bit, but the fish are not.
Baby.
That is actually our third one. One of them, it was raining so hard we couldn't get on film. So, we got 3 in the box right now. Here, you need the plier.
Yeah.
I'm not qualified as a surgeon, I promise you.
Dr. Russ.
That's a good one.
Well, watch your rod.
I got it, it's going to the back.
All right. Oh, Rusty's got one on.
That one short lined me. He short lined me. Come here, boy. We went through a little, after the rain, we went through a little slow stretch, but we're back catching a few right now. That's a good solid Guntersville fish, but we'll let it go. We're working on our 4 for the end of the day, and that should be on them. What do you think, Pat?
I think we should start getting bit again. It slowed down a little bit, but we're not doing bad.
Yeah. Fun. Fun
it.
way to spend your Labor Day.
Yeah, definitely.
Here he comes up.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Looky there.
Dang, this one's strong. Look at that thing, man. They're pretty in that water, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Big boy. Boy, he took a line 2 or 3 times.
Oh, he tore that bait up.
Oh, he's bigger now.
Nice. Nice 4-pound fish.
Yeah, he's bigger now. He doesn't want me holding him, does he?
No.
All right, I'm going to put him back here, try to put some stuff on him. That's a pretty good solid 5-fish limit right there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here's our first 4. We're letting them go. We got one of them struggling a little bit. We're going to go ahead and let our first 4 go. Get in the boat, Mickey. This is the nicest boat you ever been in, ain't it?
Well, I see water in the bottom. If we was in that Triton, we sure would have had a water in the bottom.
You better just worry about getting in here.
Hang on a minute, let me get my paddle.
Hey, I'm gonna have to put you on a weight restriction.
All right, there's my paddle.
Put your trolling motor over.
Trolling motor ain't going over, man. Watch.
Your trolling motor is going over.
We're both about to go over in a minute.
If you don't sit down, we will go over. Crazy thing. You're gonna knock us out of the boat.
Can't get foot control.
Which way we
There, you good. Let's go the other way. Is that a 101-pound thrust?
Suddenly something went wrong.
We on fire now, boys.
But with love as my guide, I'll follow the tide.
Are we there yet?
Drop the troll.
Did you start the engine yet?
This is the engine.
All right.
That was almost the same place I had that other big bite earlier. Buddy, oh God, what a monster. What an absolute monster. What a monster. Oh my goodness. What an absolute monster. Oh, there was You don't think I'm shaking, do you? Come here, boy. Come here. I got part of my frame on there.
And all the years I've been fishing.
Oh my goodness, man. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. Look
That's so good, baby.
on this fish, man. Is that a pig or what, boy? Look at that thing, boy. I'll tell you what. I about dipped water. Look at that fish, man. Solid. Let me take my line. Okay. Well, you got one on.
I don't think it's gonna be up here.
Oh no, he's not. Nothing shabby about him. He hit the red eye.
That's a good.
Well, folks, I hope you're enjoying the best of Season 16 of Fishin Affliction TV. And in a moment, we'll be right back here to the wilds of Fishin Affliction. But speaking of in the wilds, let's go see some pictures from this week's In the Wild. Well, folks, meet Daisy, owned by a dear friend of ours, Miss Diane. And Daisy, like a lot of cats, just likes to take up and sit down anywhere she likes, but one of her favorite places is sitting in front of the window and waiting for the deer to come to the backyard. She's so mesmerized by them, and they've grown accustomed to each other, and they visit often, coming all the way up to the back porch or even laying down in the backyard. And folks, that makes her a bona fide deer kitty. Folks, you can send your pictures to pics@fishaffliction.com or upload them to our Facebook page, and maybe you'll see them right here on the big screen.
In the wild. Your pictures in the wild.
You're the rookie. This is your moment.
Market 15 pounds, 10 ounces, steel champions this year, Kentucky Lane Strike King.
When you tie on a bait by Strike King,
Hey man, we got your back.
you're standing on the shoulders of legends.
Smyrna Ready Mix is an established company that handles business daily with integrity and professionalism. Whether you're a general contractor, professional builder, or a do-it-yourself homeowner, SRM has your concrete solutions. With several convenient locations in the Middle Tennessee area to serve you, the only call you need to make is to SRM, ready to serve you with integrity and professionalism.
Fishin Affliction's Facebook trail for those who've got it bad. Brought to you by Smyrna Ready Mix.
Well, folks, Facebook. Most everybody's on it, and everybody's heard of it. And if you haven't liked Fishin Affliction's Facebook page, then we urge you to do so you can be a part of the ever-growing community of Fishin Affliction fans and participate in our weekly contest, upload your pictures, and even post your tournament trail results there at our Facebook page. Designed to keep you interactive and informed, it's the perfect way to communicate daily for those who've got it bad. Our thanks to Smyrna Ready Mix for sponsoring this segment of the show, and now back to Fishin Affliction TV. Merry Christmas from Team Fishin Affliction, and welcome into our 200th episode, Big Dog, our 200th episode of Fishin Affliction.
Can you believe it?
Wow. The 200 episodes.
That's amazing.
And we have a special treat today as Poche Noel is hosting this episode and next week's episode, because this right here is the grand prize winner to host your own episode that we had 2 years ago. It's taken 2 years to get you right here, Poche, and you are our Christmas Noel, aren't you?
I am definitely your Christmas Noel. I appreciate the opportunity, Dan. I can't wait to do this. It's my pleasure and honor to be a part of Team Fishin Affliction, and I'm ready to go.
All right, well then what do you want to see for your very first fish? What do you want to see? You want to see Vic catch one, the Big Dog catch one, or me catch one?
Well, I always believe in ladies first. We have to see Vic catch one first.
What are you thinking it is, Captain Troy?
Probably a shark, the way he ran to start with. Okay, let's keep that rod out.
You're doing good, Tony.
Doing good.
Oh my! It is a shark. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Great!
What is for you?
Oh my gosh!
Watch it.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good. You good? We're gonna let him go. He's just rolling on it.
Yeah. You just cut it now?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, we're gonna get you. Can you hold it like that?
Yeah.
Do you want to get a picture? Can you get a picture or no?
Do you have the camera out or?
Yeah.
You can get one on my phone if you want.
V?
Wow, Vic, I had no idea what was going to come out of that water. Once I saw your hat fly back and your pole bend, I had no idea that was coming out of the water. Again, I'll never put my hand near that mouth.
Well, folks, welcome back to Fishin Affliction's New Year's special. And as you've noticed, Mr. Poche Noel has been our host for our last 2 episodes. And this is the gentleman that 2 years ago won the opportunity to host his own episode of Fishin Affliction TV. But as we mentioned earlier, it's taken us 2 years just to be able to do this. So I'd like to take this time to introduce to you somebody that's very inspiring to us here at Fishin Affliction TV. Poche Noel was born in Peoria, Illinois, and has extensively traveled the world as he is a military veteran serving in the United States Navy for 11 years. And it was during that tenureship, about 7 years into his Navy career, that he developed multiple sclerosis, or more commonly referred to as MS. And needless to say, folks, this was a life-changing event, of which he has been dealing with now for going on 20 years. Now, I've had the pleasure of knowing Poche now for about 10 years, as he's always been a regular at any of the gyms that I've been a member of, one of the strongest guys in the gym, and always sharing a positive outlook and attitude with everybody he comes across. A big smile, positive words, and always a great outlook, no matter how he's feeling. And folks, if you haven't had a chance to do a little research about MS, I urge you to do so, because it affects everybody different. And with the support of a loving family and regular doctor visits and checkups, and most importantly, keeping a positive attitude, Poche is able to enjoy life absolutely to its fullest. And if you're ever around him, you'll notice that big smile of his, because he absolutely is a whole bunch of fun to be around. And he has got that Fishin Affliction, as fishing is one of his big passions. And over the course of the last several years, we've had the opportunity to get in the boat, have some fun, and enjoy that Fishin Affliction together. And folks, here's some of those treasured moments that we've had the opportunity to spend with Mr. Poche Noel.
There are some things that just happen if you throw your bait in the right place.
Absolutely. Thank you for those tips, Dad.
I don't know. I'll tell you what. All I know is that I saw that bait splash in the right place, and the next thing I know is that dandy old hickory. Lift him out and let's see how big he is.
All righty.
Oh my goodness, Poche. What's wrong with that?
It's a wonderful thing there.
It is, and he's on that. Remember we were talking earlier about that trailer hook?
That trailer hook.
Yeah, look at that.
Great spinner bait.
I'm gonna tell you too.
Works every time.
Isn't that great? We were sitting here trying to figure out where these fish are, This is a high percentage place. Got lots of bait, and you took that spinner bait, and that was the cast that needed to be made.
My first good cast of the day. Thank you for letting me know that casting is everything.
It is. I'm telling you, you put that thing right where it needed to be, and he come up out of the water to get that.
You know, for a minute, it took you to say, I think you've got it. I thought maybe I hit something.
You got him.
I think I may have hit him in the head.
I'll tell you, he might have been yawning, Poche. That's awesome, brother. Well, here, let's put him back. That's the beautiful thing about it, isn't it?
Let's get some more.
Let's go
We've got plenty of time.
Yes, we do. Let's go get a few more. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I'm ready.
That was awesome. That was awesome,
When you
brother.
pulled up, you said, let's go fishing. Now I'm ready.
Yeah, you hit it. Now you understand what I'm talking about by throwing that bait up in there. That was awesome. That was so good.
Well, folks, I hope you're enjoying the best of Season 16 of Fishin Affliction TV. And in a moment, we'll be right back with some more fishing action, along with meeting the new inductees into our Fishin Affliction Sportsman's Hall of Honor. But right now, it's time to head upstairs to the kitchen to see what Miss Vicki Porter's got cooking this week.
In the Skillet with Chef Vicki Porter is brought to you by Cleepy.com, turning your precious memories into video treasures.
Folks, I hope you've enjoyed all the recipes that I've cooked for you in the Skillet. And I look forward to bringing you lots of new delicious recipes right here in the Skillet on the next season of Fishin Affliction TV.
S11 sunglasses makes it like the water is not even there.
Hey, one of my funnest trips fishing last year was when Dan and I went over and we actually watched TWRA, some of their biologists and technicians, catch some sauger broodfish that they took back to the hatchery. These went down to Normandy Hatchery and they raised tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of sauger that got released across the state. That same day we were out there, we tried to catch sauger. We didn't do it that day, but we did catch a bunch of white bass. But the trip itself was fun because we got to watch the TWRA and what they do and all the fish that they caught and took back to the hatcheries, and we know the future is going to be good on the Cumberland River system and other places too, but mainly on the Cumberland River system. Dan and I are trying to get out and get you some fish now. We're working hard to do it. Somebody's got to do that, but we're going to try to catch you some fish and show you the results of stockings in previous years. The reason that the Cumberland River system, that's Cordell, Hoyle, Cheatham, Old Hickory, that area there, the reason that sauger are in that body of water primarily is because of the hatching program through TWRA. Some years guys do really good with the sauger, some years so-so, some years not so good. So far I am hearing some really good reports this year, and so Dan and I are going to go out and try to catch some of these things pretty soon and show you how. Remember that the sauger fishing in the winter is really good, and it goes on up into the spring. You just got to get out on the river and work pretty hard. Good place to start is right below a dam. Just be careful. That's where Dan and I are going to try to do some of our work. But it's a good time of year to get out sauger fishing, and if you've never gone before, just a big old horsehead jig head with the big hook on it, and then a stinger hook on that, just a treble hook on a little bit of line, and maybe put a minnow on there and just bounce it off the bottom. And my friend, he's a guy guide, Dave Parker, told me if you're doing it up and if you're bouncing the thing up and down and all of a sudden you can't feel any contact anymore, set the hook. These sauger are pretty light biting, and many times they're going to be on that stinger hook or that treble hook toward the end. It's a lot of fun. It's not terribly hard fishing to do. It's just finding the fish. And remember, my friend Vernon Summer and I have talked about this many times, that sauger like to make runs. Sometimes they'll go in big old circles and they'll come back to you if you wait around a little while. And I want to remind everyone too that the trout trucks are continuing to roll. We got a little bit more than a month left on winter trout stocking, and then the spring trout stocking will begin. But we got a lot of good fishing to go. Once again, you go to tnwildlife.org, hit the button on the left on the menu that says for anglers, and at the very top of the page you go to will be the trout schedule, and you can see where the trucks are going next. All right, remember, not very long, you'll need your new licenses. February 28th will be the last day, so get out and use your old one now, get your money's worth. And I'll see you here next week right here on Fishin Affliction. See you then.
Welcome back to Fishin Affliction TV, and this segment of the show is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. Akuma, high-performance fishing gear. The ever-powerful and long-lasting Deca batteries. Seagar, always the best. Mustad hooks, stays sharper longer. Onyx life jackets and rain gear, keeping you there. Freyville, trusted gear since 1938. Real Magic, the name says it all. Rugged electronic mounts provided by Ram Mounts. Wigwam Socks, the performance sock company. bbgmarine.com, and Tournament Wear. Look great, feel great, do great. Fishermen love to hunt, and folks, I definitely fall into that category, chasing those white-tailed deer around with my bow and arrow, 99.9% of the time coming home with nothing but great memories and the excitement to get up early the next morning and do it all over again in the woods. They even know from the factory, Mr. Allen, that you're supposed to pull by that part, huh?
You got that right, because you see what he says up there? You follow instructions.
Well, folks, my hunting season started off early and enjoyable with Mr. Robert Allen on the right and his son Bobby. And on this particular day, which was September 11th, we were putting up a brand new stand down there at the Allen Farm at a stand location that they called the hotel. And as you see Bobby throw that rope, well, he's throwing that rope up there to the old hotel, which had been in place for a very long time. And it was time for a new stand. And this brand new stand, well, it was an enclosed stand that was on a tripod. And folks, the brand new hotel was about to be put in place, but not without a plan made by Mr. Robert Allen.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you feel comfortable raising it and being in the trailer? You didn't have to step out of the trailer when you get almost there?
I think we'll do most of it back here on the legs.
Well, first of all, you got to pick this whole thing up out here.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing we got to do is secure these legs. So we're going to drive some stakes in the ground. Let's spin it so that leg will be touching the ground and this leg will be touching the ground.
As long as you get them in the boat, I don't guess it matters on what we're doing anyway.
That's all that counts is getting it.
Uh-oh, I just backlashed my rod. All the heck, I had one hit it down deep.
Just like me a while ago.
Look at my reel, man. I just jerked on this reel. That fish hit and I was spooning it out. I didn't know I wasn't clicked over.
Don't show the fish, show your reel again.
Oh, that's really funny, yeah. You're a funny boy. Yeah. All right, go back to work. I'm gonna be a while.
You can borrow my knife.
Thanks a lot.
That's what it's gonna take.
Well, folks, this goes to show you that even the pros get a backlash every now and then. And when the big dog gets one, folks, it's a major, major issue. And Lynn Tenpenny's right. It's probably going to take a sharp knife to cut through that coveted Seagar line. But you know, folks, I do believe the big dog made fun of Lynn Tenpenny just a little while ago, didn't he?
You eat more than I do.
You noticed.
Well, folks, all I can say is what goes around comes around, just sometimes in a different form. But folks, there's no doubt that the guys are having a whole bunch of fun and they're catching a whole bunch of fish.
Bass right here. Whatever it is, it's solid. If it's a strike, it's a good one. Might be a big cat or something, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's a solid one. Oh, look at this big largemouth we got right here, buddy. Big old largemouth. Big old largemouth. Woo, that's a good night there, big dog. That's a good night there. Come here, boy. Come here. Open them chompers. Oh, yeah. Come to daddy.
All right. Mr. Allen? What you got now? What's going on here? Man, there's some big swirls out there. What's going on?
Oh, my goodness, Mr. Allen.
Well, folks, have you ever heard the fish story about the one big monster rockfish that I caught and then it got away? Well, that's exactly what happened on this third rockfish of the day that I caught with Mr. Robert Allen. And folks, we're going to just let the video show you exactly how it happened.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, what do you think of that?
Oh, look at you. He's going out at 8 inches.
Right at 27, right at, what is it, 26 and a half pounds?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My
big rock.
gosh.
Big rock.
Let me hold him one more time.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh! Oh!
Who's gonna believe it?
Let's get one more shot.
Who's gonna believe it?
One more shot.
Who's gonna believe that?
Let's get one more shot.
Folks, it's now time to meet the newest inductees into the Fishin Affliction Sportsman's Hall of Honor. Well, folks, our first inductee has gone on to be with the Lord, but he is absolutely one of the most celebrated musicians of all time, and that is the legendary steel guitar player for Hank Williams, Mr. Don Helms. I had the blessed opportunity to play with the Drifting Cowboys. That included Mr. Jerry Rivers, and during that time and a long time afterwards, Uncle Don and I fished Old Hickory Lake, Center Hill Lake, and a whole bunch of other places many a time. A man that always brought laughter to each and every moment of the day, and he had such an extreme passion to be outdoors enjoying God's beauty and sharing a whole bunch of side-splitting funny stories of Hank Williams and a whole bunch of others. And folks, our next inductee continues to leave a valuable imprint for us, the Tennessee outdoorsmen, because he himself is an outdoorsman, and that is celebrated author Vernon Summerlin. Mr. Summerlin's work can be seen all the way from Barnes & Noble to great articles in your favorite hunting and fishing magazines, keeping us, the Tennessee outdoorsmen, enjoyably informed with a style that is uniquely Vernon Summerlin. Congratulations to all the inductees, and folks, I urge you to go to FishinAffliction.com and visit the Sportsman's Hall of Honor so you can learn more about all these wonderful inductees. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the very best of Season 16 of Fishin Affliction TV. And on next week's episode, can you believe it? We will be celebrating our 4-year anniversary of Fishin Affliction. And we can't think of a better way to celebrate than to go all the way back to the very first episodes of Fishin Affliction to see how far we've come from where we were to where we are today. And folks, there's a lot of you that didn't get the opportunity to see those very, very first episodes, and we've had a lot of requests to share them with you. So on next week's episode, we'll start our 4-year celebration of how it all began. So tune in to Fishin Affliction TV next week and you'll see.
Well, this is how it's done if you're making a fishing show. Welcome to Fishin Affliction.
This week's Team Fishin Affliction featured Facebook friend is
Tyler Lindsay.
And thanks for being our Facebook friend. For your chance to join in the fun and become an official Team Fishin Affliction featured Facebook friend, simply like us on Facebook. And be sure to write a comment on our wall. As always, a big thank you to all of our national and local sponsors for providing us with the most advanced technology and highest quality products and services. Be sure to visit each of our partners online through the sponsor links page on our official website at FishinAffliction.com. And this is your old pal Matthew Gillen, the voice of Fishin Affliction TV, hoping that you'll tune in next week, because there's no doubt that Dan and the big dog got it bad. They've got Fishin Affliction for those who got it bad.
little longer in the tooth, but this is the time of the day that you got to find that little extra, whatever it is. We've all been up early. Backs are sore, necks are sore, legs are burnt, aren't they, Lee? A little bit?
Oh yeah.
A little bit, but you know what? It's that magic time. Got to find that adrenaline. What I like to do at this time is I like to spur on the big dog. So here I come. Up here on the front deck with the big dog. This is a moment. Oh, that's really nice. Really nice.